Uh-oh, what's going on, everybody? Hopefully y'all can hear me. Hey, we got something new going on, folks. I hope y'all like the layout. Because hold on, I can't hear myself. Echo real quick. We got something new going on, folks. I hope y'all like the layout. Because hold on. All right, that's a part of that's my mic that's doing that. So sorry, I'm setting up everything. As you can tell, guess what? We got a new spot, folks. Yay. God, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Got back from our vacation, and I knew about this before I went. We got approved for we got a new spot. We got way more space. Yes, we are in a 3-story, 3-bedroom townhouse. Yay. And I am downstairs. To my left is a 2-car garage, so I don't have to worry about all the packages and stuff like that. They can go right there. We got a lot of nice space going on. I haven't finished setting up everything, but as you can see, I have a table behind me that I'm putting in place for unboxing. I got an overhead camera. That's the front door. There's another bathroom right there downstairs. I don't have everything set up, obviously. I mean, I don't know if y'all can see all the boxes that I have here. I still got to move furniture upstairs. I didn't even tell my daughter about it till yesterday. I had a whole bunch of stuff I was running around. So I am thanking God so much for everything. I had a video I was going to put together. I haven't done it yet because it was just emotional to go from where we started to here. Some of y'all know the story, but I am beyond thankful. Really appreciate it. I need to clean up a lot of this stuff because, like I said, the pump. Well, I thought it was the pump, but the what is it? The USB headers or the motherboard on my streaming system that normally handles vMix is not. Something is causing the motherboard to keep thinking that the CPU is overheating. I got a new fan, so that's why I'm trying to cobble all this stuff together. And I'm trying to make sure I have my comments up so that I can see y'all. Yes, Patrick. I went to IKEA yesterday. And yes, it is a ton of stuff. Now let me. And of course, my DSK is not set up properly. Give me half a second. We turn on the multiplier. Bring that down. And why is it in that layout? I'm telling you, folks, it's like to have to go back and do this all over again. Is not fun. All right, there we go. The layout is a lot better. I have my TV right here to the left, so I'm still trying to figure out the whole layout of how I'm gonna have everything done so that I can make this all nice and neat. Now, where can I need to have my screen over here so I can see all of this? I'll take y'all on a tour once I get everything set up. I need to get a couch upstairs. So yay, I actually have a living room. So me and my daughter can sit there and watch her. We've been watching DuckTales. I'm so glad she loves the cartoons that I grew up on, the new version of the DuckTales, which I think is really good. We were watching that yesterday. So I need a space for that, a couch. I'm putting together her bed and mine later today so that I can get this stuff done. I mean, I'm rushing around because we have a community day tomorrow at church. So I got a lot of stuff I got to go on. But again, thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for the prayers. I am beyond thankful of all this stuff. Also, what's that old song? He keeps on blessing me over and over again. I'm excited to tell y'all this took me a couple of days to actually be able to say, because because I'm gonna get to the Q&A, folks. Again, I don't have any of my graphics and stuff like that, so we just going raw. Thank y'all so much. I did miss y'all, and it's just all of this is because I just said yes when God told me. Well, actually, he didn't. He asked me to do this because I could have chose not to do it. But I'm just thankful for all the opportunities that have been opened up. I mean, I never thought it would be to where we're at right now just from doing videos, but I am humbled, beyond humbled, to say that your boy is being given an honorary doctorate in ministry education. When that happened, when I got that phone call, I didn't have no words. I didn't have no words. I mean, it literally took me days to be able to actually say anything and just get this wrapped around my mind. So that's coming. So my dad was Reverend Dr. Arthur Holmes Sr., and we're about ready to have a Dr. Arthur Holmes Jr. So, yeah, anyway. Folks, let me get through here and let me see how am I gonna set this up. So let's try and go through here. So my stuff is just, I'm so used to vMix on how my stuff is. What button is this? All right, Anthony, hello. Cares of the Covenant, hello. I'm gonna get you a question here. Parker, hello. Thank you for joining. Norm, hello. Keith, what's going on? Again, Patrick, hello. Rhonda, hello. Mitroy, hello. In the page, jumped on me. John Cook, what's going on? Joe Ward, hello. And you say good vibes. I actually got a mat that says that good vibes only when you walk into here. Let me see. I don't want to miss anybody. Mike, what's going on? Please let me know if y'all are still hearing a buzz. Again, I threw all of this together. This is nowhere close to the way I want everything to set up. I got a window right here. I just threw these lights together right now because it's not ideal. The mount that I'm using for this is not what I want to do. The only thing, like this place, I cannot put anything in the walls. I can't make holes. I can't do anything like that. So my camera was actually mounted on the wall. I can't do that here. So I might need to get another stand, which I do have. I still have to move. I got maybe like 4 more trips from my apartment to get everything over here. Mr. Clarence, good morning. And I don't have a screen for me to see directly here. Shane and Hannah, what is going on? If y'all said y'all had some buzzing in the music, there was like a retro record LP type of background in a lot of the music that I picked. So let me know if you're still getting buzz right now. Streets of Destiny, what's going on? Miss Phyllis, hello, Creative for Fun. Darius had me laughing. Glad to be back in the service one more time. Daniel, what is going on, sir? Ray L, hello. Monty, what's going on, man? Hey, I'm mimicking a lot of my stuff based off of you, Monty. I'm looking at trying to get an aperture light here. I need to play around with the lights a little bit more here. Mousy, hello. Francisco, hey, Francisco, thank you, sir. I really appreciate your friendship and being able to burn your ear up on the phone. So I appreciate it. Am I missing something? We didn't jump through pages here. Brian Jones, what's going on? I think I had Norm, but if not, hello. Patrick, Keith, Streets of Destiny. I want to make sure I didn't miss anybody. All right. So again, we got a lot of stuff. Like I said, folks, it's yeah, like I said, I'm not used to that. So again, thank you. Um, Wayne Morrison, hello, hello. Bruce Adams, hello, hello. Jerry from North Dakota, what's going on? Aaron Wilson, what's going on? Thank you, thank you. Um, Rhonda, hey, that's an understatement. That's amazing. God knows how to blow our mind. Hey, very much so. Um, if y'all don't know nothing about the word, I can honestly say he can do exceedingly and abundantly above everything you can ask or think. Never, ever thought about that. But man, beyond thankful. Karen, hello. Thank you so much. Rob, hello, hello. Um, D, thank you for holding it down, D. I'm working on sending you a phone. So that way it connects here to the office, so it rings you down there. I'm playing around with that, so hopefully that will make things straight. See, it's funny as a musician. That's the if anybody plays piano or organ, everybody's always called Doc. But I appreciate that, folks. Um, so it says it sounds like power. Now I do have a FET head on this mic. It may be that, and again, I got a bunch of cables. I haven't organized nothing. I just got stuff everywhere, so I want to go through everything. But anyway, that's enough blabbing, folks. I need to see an easier way to hide this image. And that won't, oh, maybe I should do an output. I'm trying to hide my image here. How do I do that? Hey, fade black? Yeah, we'll do that. All right. So, hey, folks, I'm here. Fire away the questions, folks. I'm here to try and help as much as I possibly can. We're going to be doing a lot of back to basic stuff because I've had a lot of ministries. Honestly, the last couple of projects I'm doing now, I got to go down to Smithfield to do some stuff, and I got a bunch of other churches I got to jump around to because it seems like a lot of people have been installing stuff, other companies, but they haven't been training anybody on it. So we're going to be going to the back to basics, going through a bunch of stuff on the essentials. And I don't know if y'all noticed, folks, it's another thing. Let me jump back. Another blessing that I'm beyond excited. If you don't know, we're streaming at 4K at 60 frames per second because we got Fios. Yes, Lord. So we got 500 megabit download and 500 megabit upload speeds. And I am excited about that. So I can actually stream in decency and in order. So if we go here, and I am using the web presenter here. So let's go ahead and fire this away. And man, I'm beyond excited about that. So as you can see, we got about, now I could go faster, but I don't really need it here. Let's see. So we're at 490 down. And what's that upload speed? So in other words, we can do a lot of streaming, folks. Uploading content is going to go a lot faster than it used to. So again, very, very, very thankful. I don't have any pops or up and down and all this other stuff like that from my stream. My internet ticked for a half a second because I think that's when I was doing my test. At the same time, it topped me out. But I think we're good. So again, anyway, I'm here, folks. So let me see if we got any questions. We go back and forth. We do have the new mini recorder HD that I'm going to be doing unboxing and setup. That is for the streaming system. at Signs and Wonders that I'm going to be replacing. We're going to be doing that once I can get everything cleaned out. I need to have this in place for Sunday. So we're definitely going to be doing that going on. Let's see. Let's go to the first question here. Carriers of the Covenant. And I really need to figure out a better way for doing this. And I can't see. I need to put another screen right here in front of me. Hello, all. AJ, what are your first and second choices of vehicle of multi-streaming platforms and why? Honestly, my first choice is Restream, just from a cost standpoint. My second is Vimeo, just because Vimeo offers so much. But again, that price tag is serious, and I just realized I need to pay my taxes for Virginia. I forgot about that. I'm sorry. I had a random thought because it made me sit back and think about that. The reason I thought about that is because my Vimeo license is getting ready to expire. I need to renew it. So that's what makes me think about that as well. Those are my two choices, Restream and then Vimeo. Vimeo mainly from a business standpoint because I can do multiple streams at the same time with that. And it has Restreaming built into it and it has a whole bunch of functions. Those are my choices. All right. John. How was your cruise? Any highlights? Which ports? Again, this was the opposite of where I went. I went with my friend Sonia. I took her on her first cruise on the Independence of the Seas. It's the exact same one that we're doing on the eMissionary cruise, April 24th through the 28th. You can still register. All that information is on the Facebook group. And then I had one of my other coworkers who's always wanted to go on a cruise. I took her on the same one, but in reverse. When me and Sonia went, we went to Nassau, Bahamas, then Coco Cay. This time we went to Coco Cay, then to Nassau. Went on a culinary tour, and I'm not a drinker, but they sampled some stuff, and I'm like, there's a reason why I don't drink. They handed like a little small thing of something, and that thing just burned. I was like, who drinks this? But we had some awesome stuff going on here. We got, y'all said y'all want to see a highlight. I was able to take my drone with me to Coco Cay. I was so scared. I thought I was going to get in trouble. But if y'all want to see something, I have it. I'll probably make it public here, but a super source. Can we go full screen? So that's Coco Cay right there. And that is the Freedom of the Seas that we were on. I mean, beautiful, beautiful place, man. If y'all have not gone, please make sure y'all come and try and come with us on the eMissionary cruise. I mean, it's going to be a blast. Let me skip forward some. That's my friend Maya. I was actually able to fly over to the island over here, which was Norwegian. The Norwegian cruise line was over here. So I was terrified. So because I didn't know. Normally in Bahamas, you need to register and everything. But since they own the island, hey, I didn't have to worry about it. But I only flew for about like 20 minutes and then hurry up and came in. So that was one of the beaches that we were there. We went on the air balloon up 450 feet, which was awesome as well, too. But that was it, folks. I mean, hey, I really recommend that y'all come along with us. And I'll have a link to that video because I made it unlisted. But yeah, there, man, y'all cutting up already. Let's see. What else? Let me see. All right, John has a question here. Wants to know, AJ, do you know how to make a YouTube short from a full length or more than 15 seconds? I'm on an Android phone and it doesn't seem to allow more. There is an update that is coming. YouTube actually announced this to where they're going to be dropping, making that feature available. I have not seen it yet on mine. So let's see what we got in here. Let me log in here to YouTube real quick. And I'm going to go, let me look at my church's page and let's see what that's all about. All right. So the way it's supposed to work is they said that you'll be able to make a short and a claim. Why do I have a claim? You don't own that song. Oh, I'm in dispute of that. And it expires in 19 days. You don't own that song. Anyway, there's supposed to be a way that you can make a short from this, and this is supposed to come soon. That's an announcement that they said. So let me see. So, I mean, you do have this clip that you can make an excerpt from, and then it links to this section. So you can come through any of this stuff here and drag for that period of time. So now the other thing is I'm right on the street from here. Right across the street from me is a fire station. So hopefully we don't have anything like that. But there's supposed to be some tools that are coming out that you'll be able to make a short and it leads directly to this. I did play around with this on my channel. But let me see. Let me switch over here. And come on now. So let me see if I can find it, because I thought I made one that did that. Because if we go to shorts, can't remember. I need to follow up, but when that John, when that does come out, I will do a video on that, because I think that's going to be a great tool that is built in and it can be done. So again, my bad. I don't see how that's being done right now, but we'll do what we can. All right, what's the next thing we got? C3. Yes, folks, and just like you said, I do have a bunch of IKEA stuff. I had to go to Baltimore. Oh, that's another thing. I went to Baltimore yesterday. Very tired from that. If any of y'all have Unify stuff, please make sure that you turn on cloud backups, because that saved the day for a couple of ministries that I had to do something. So I'll go to my mom's and show you this. All right, so if you have Unify stuff, you can come in here, and hopefully I don't show anything I'm not supposed to. You can come in here to your console settings. Please make sure you have, I don't know what version this came out on. Please make sure that you have backups set up, because this saved the day for Epworth. The system got reset by accident and they lost everything. But thankfully, I drove up there and we were able to restore everything. We got everything back up and working. But if you have Unify, any of the Unify consoles, like the Dream Machine, any of their main units that hold everything, make sure that you have on cloud backups. I personally back mine up every week. Ones that I have here at home, because I've had it so long, I back it up once a month, because nothing really changes that much. But please make sure you do something if you have any type of Unify stuff like that. Mitch Roy got a question here. And turn off Fade to Black. Can the AJay Mini Pro bring in the comments on the live stream? No, not directly. Kind of like what I'm doing right now. I am, let me show you what I'm doing, because I got a mess of stuff going on right now. So right now, I'm using vMix, but it's not sent to anything. So right now, I have full screen being sent to my ATEM. And all it's showing, the only thing I have is vMix Social that's bringing in my comments. That's how I'm able to bring that up right now. And I have it input number 4 on my ATEM. is my right monitor, which is what is outputting nothing but my comments. And I have a DSK. That's how you're able to see that. So if I turn off fade to black, that's why you're seeing this. That's how I'm doing it. So long story short, no, the ATEM directly does not have a way to do that. You have to do kind of a mixture of the things that I'm doing, which is the same thing. I'm using the same principles that we did to do lower thirds. All I'm doing it with the comments, and vMix makes it simpler. But when I get my other system back up and running, that's how all of it's going to be handled through vMix. But again, we're looking at adding vMix at Signs and Wonders to do the very same thing with bringing in comments. We do Bible study and all this other stuff like that. Let's see where we're at. Man, y'all folks is funny. I'm just now seeing this. Daniel, man, I already did shout, man. Let's see. Philip Paul from Malaysia, hello. Patrick wants to know, can you recommend a stationary wide angle camera? Honestly, I'm still learning. I really don't know about that. I guess you could do a wide angle lens, but I don't know enough about them to give you a specific recommendation on that. But we're working on some of that stuff as well too. Let's see. Back to Mousy. Saying, congratulations, look at how God is working. I've been watching him bless so many people in my life, and they're staying faithful to him. Man, I must say, thank you. Thank you. We got, Lena, we been hanging down there and helping them out with, there at Zionchester where we added the rack mount X32. We have since added a snake. I actually have another X32 and snake in the garage for an install that's coming up pretty soon. So again, Steve Hawkins, hello. Thank you so much. Yes, and again, folks, the way all this stuff works, I say this thing from my stream, I encourage you to get your leadership, your media, or whoever to start learning the lingo. Ask the people who are watching to like, subscribe, share. And if you don't mind, if you like what we're doing here, make sure you hit that like button, folks. And the only way you can do comments on my Q&As are you have to have been subscribed at least for 20 minutes. That helps getting a whole bunch of the spam bots and all that other stuff up and out of the way. Monty, man, I fell in love with, I had Fios ever since I had my first house originally before I sold it. And then in the apartment, they had a contract with Comcast. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Me and I think somebody commented on this. Me and my little one, we were we got featured on Now You Know. That is a YouTube channel that I watch that talks about Tesla stuff and all this other cool stuff. But we did a supercharger review, and me and my little girl were featured on there. And I got another one coming up, which I'm going to lead to what I'm talking about here. So let me rewind here a little bit here. So Zach and Jesse, please don't hit me for this. But if I come over here, let's play this just a little bit.
Because we have the pool as requested, we don't have here close to the pool. Now you know. Hey, Zach and Jesse, AJ and
Ayana
here, and we are at a 8-stall, 250 kilowatt charging station here in Farmville, Virginia, on our way to my mom, her grandma's birthday. We are in a rented
Model Y long range that we got from her. So anyway, I say all that to say excited about that. We also, I'll show you the back end of this as well too. I have on the cruise. If y'all don't know, Starlink, I installed Starlink. I never did the video yet because I need to go do this, but they had Starlink on the ship. So if I play this real quick. Hey, Zach and Jesse, AJ. Oh, did I not play it right? My video stopped. I'm on the Freedom of the Seas right now, getting ready to go on a vacation. And I thought you would love to see this. So I'm here on the top deck. Just got on the ship. And I just had a nerdgasm here because look at what they have for internet. A bunch of Starlink satellites to provide internet on the ship. Yeah, so they had 12 Starlink satellites, satellite dishes on the ship, on the front of the ship. So that was really cool. But anyway, enough of me blabbing. Let's see. I'm really just trying to stall so I can get some questions. Man, to Chuck Taylor, what's going on, sir? Hope you are doing well. Let me see. Mike here. Man, I can't wait to get my vMix back up. I've been thinking about moving to fiber since we had the major outage last month with, hey, man, it is a beast. No one wants to know, are you still the CEO once you are a doctor? Yes. We still going by AJay the CEO. Honestly, what I'm excited about from the doctorate standpoint is mainly because the doors that will open about that. That's what all of this was about, is to actually bring more attention to what we're doing with the ministry and being able to reach and impact more folks. So when we are able to get behind more doors, we can open up other opportunities for different ministries. To be able to go to a rural area and have the clout from a YouTube standpoint, from an influencer standpoint, from a number standpoint, and from a quote unquote title standpoint, to be able to go in an area and be like, hey, Verizon, hey, whoever, you know, you're trying to charge $50,000 to have internet in this area. Why don't you go ahead? We got this amount of people that will sign up if you just run this cable. To have the influence to do something like that, that's what I'm excited about, and put some stuff in the area for other ministries to do. So again, really excited about that. Chuck, what is going on, sir? Latrice Harris. Yep. Streets of Destiny wants to know, does the congregation microphone pick up audio from the front of house speakers? It would, but it's all about the placement of them. So thankfully, my mic is actually not near the speakers, so it doesn't pick up that much, but we've had to reverse a bunch of other things. So I'm going to get back into that. Right now, I don't have anything like that. Brian wants to know, any issues in the airport with the drone? No, actually not at all. I mean, this was the Mini 3, and I mean, with all the traveling I did last year when I went to Ireland, I actually got the TSA pre-check. So when I ran this through the stuff, not a stop at all, not a stop on the ship, not a stop at the airport, nothing. So plus I like the pre-check because I don't have to. I mean, I take my medicine bag and all this other stuff, a bunch of computers, and I hate having to take all that stuff out. So I mean, $75 for 5 years, and just skirt the line. It was great. But no, I didn't have anything. Back to John, he was saying that the creating short videos is available on my app right now, but only for 15 seconds. I saw a video, I think, on an iPhone that was, yeah, see if there's any settings inside of your YouTube account, because I mean, I can do a short that's up to 60 seconds. That's the maximum length of shorts. So I'm not sure. Make sure that you've done all of the unlocks on the account to make sure, because like right now, when you set up a YouTube account, you have to get verified so that you can have live streaming and stuff like that. Make sure you have anything checked off. I don't know if I was just grandfathered into that stuff, but just make sure of that. Also, John is saying, are you saying that an update is coming for the desktop version? Yes, they announced that that is on the YouTube blog, that that's going to be coming out to everybody. That will be able to take a long form video, make a short from it, and then it will link to the long form of the video. That is coming. Shane and Hannah are saying they're going from an A10 Mini to the A10 Mini Pro. Awesome. I've had I got an A10 Mini Extreme here behind me that I got from a church that for whatever reason it was, well, I already know what it was. It was a lightning strike, not a lightning strike. There was a bad wiring in a SDI splitter. There was an ungrounded plug that they had that I told them about it. And I guess it wasn't got fixed. So that thing sent a surge through the SDI splitter all the way up the SDI cable to the HDMI to SDI converter. And then it fried one of the HDMI ports on the A10 Mini Extreme. I was going to send it back, but I think since it can only do the multi-view, I may actually use that at Signs and Wonders in our Bible study. That would give me more inputs. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I don't know why that made me think about that. Yeah, because you were talking about upgrading it. Back to Creative for Fun. AJ, I plugged the monitors into the capsule plugs, turned them on, but then the praise and worship team wasn't able to hear themselves. Hold on. I think vMix Social is chopping off how many characters I have on here. Let me change that here. So my bad about that. I missed what you said. Latrice wants to know, is vMix free? It is if you want to do non-HD and you only have 4 inputs. You can go to HD version, that's $60, but you're limited to 4 inputs, I believe. The one I ended up getting ultimately was the HD version, not the 4K version, but it allows 1,000 connections. You're not going to use all of them, but I mean, that's what I'm using. That goes for $360. It's really worth it. I'm thinking about buying that for Signs and Wonders as a gift, but you never know. Mousy, I think I need to boost my internet signal from the basement to the balcony. That kind of Wi-Fi booster would you suggest? I wouldn't do a booster. I would just run a cable, to be quite honest. I've upgraded. I did a video about it, and I don't have a way to show it right now, but I actually have upgraded my stuff to a 10 gigabit connection. So my computer has a 10 gigabit connection. My Synology has a 10 gigabit connection. My switch that I moved over here, that's on my desk, that has a 10 gigabit connection. No, actually, I don't have the cable for that. That's what I needed to order. AJ, you didn't order that. I need to order that. Sorry. Fiber cable. So I need to do that. So I'm changing up the connections and all this other stuff here to get some better performance and stuff like that. Thankfully, again, I can't do nothing in the walls, but I actually can. They already had some stuff connected, so we're going to leverage that as best as we can. I'm sorry, I'm trying to order a cable at the same time. I can get that tomorrow. And 1, 2. Get that tomorrow as well, too. Man, my mind is all over the place right now. It's like still trying to, because I'm trying to get everything in place and get here while I'm balancing it. Because I'm going to be in North Carolina next week to do an install, fixing the install at New Hope. So I'm excited about that. Anyway, my phone is blowing up here. Daniel wants to know, what about Ecamm Live? I am going to do some more videos on that. Remember I was saying earlier that I'm going to be doing some basic stuff. So I have my my Mac over here. I'm going to have, now that I have more space, I'm going to actually set up Ecamm Live, and I'm doing the basics from that as well too. So, hey, I'm giving y'all some love there, Daniel. We're going to work on that. Steve, the only issue, yes, vMix is a one-time charge, but they are charging $60 now, just like ProPresenter, to have a year's worth of upgrades, which stinks. Yes, you'll have the software, but you'll only have 1 year of upgrades. So you have to pay another for that. Latrice, also, we have moved the conference from this year. We're going to move it to next year because just so much stuff has been going on, so we can isolate some time. So be on the lookout for that. We're going to do some big things with that one. I think I'm actually going to do some stuff in place. I was actually talking with my pastor, and we're looking at putting the logo that I never used, the Media Ministry Mentor. We're actually going to have a summer program next year at the church. We're going to do that. So it's going to be a camp that we're going to be teaching stuff as well too. So you never know. We might have that tied together. Patrick, have you installed the new A10 Mini SDI models yet? I can imagine it being useful for those in stations for long cable runs. No, I have not. It's actually sitting on the floor right behind me. Was thinking about how I'm going to use it. I might actually use it. I don't know yet. I don't know. Reverend Richard, good morning. Aaron wants to know, can the new 2 MME Constellation trigger record in Blackmagic cameras? It should, because the ATEM does that, can do that. It sends over a command over SDI, and it should. Creative for one. Can you use the same concept for the comments using the Twitch method in YouTube? Just dedicated a screen to show from. You can, yes. You just have to be able to isolate it. And then it should work. Mousy. I don't like Comcast. That's what I have, and my internet just went out for almost 10 minutes for no reason. I had to pull you up on my phone. Yeah, that's what I was having during the live streams, and I couldn't stand it. Could not stand it. MA16 V3. AJ, do you put an audio interface between the soundboard and the switcher? I just got back from helping a church plant that wants to stream their launch, and they have a Scarlett 2i2 and it rocks. Yeah, I used to use that. It all depends. Like right now, I'm ultimately with this setup, now that I got more space, I'm going to start using my X32 for my stuff here. And technically, you really don't need one. Most of the boards you can use, like I don't need well, again, it all depends on the interface. Like right now, I'm going from the Rodecaster Pro 2 directly into the ATEM. That's what you're hearing me from. Of other ministries, I've been using the audio out from the board going into the ATEM, but it all depends on the type of setup. I typically don't use an audio interface because most of the time the digital boards have a direct connection, or I'm running USB, well, no, not USB, dual XLR, dual 1/4 inch RCA out into the system. That's what I'm using. All right. Daniel, here's a strange question. Do you know how I can increase my wife's cellular signal at her school? Well, I had this done at a church. You can actually reach out to the provider, and sometimes they offer to let your building be kind of like a booster. Like I had one church where the provider put an antenna rod at the top of the church that boosted the signal in their area, and they had a benefit from it because they were using the space. They actually got the equipment for free. You could ask about something like that. Robert Moore, and I really need another screen right in front of me. I hate looking over this way. Happy Friday. Any software I could use to give my PTZ cameras a cinematic look when live streaming? I don't think of any software that you can necessarily do that. I mean, you can make some of those changes. When you're talking about a cinematic look, most of the cinematic stuff, like me, I don't do it like that because I shoot my stuff at 60 frames a second. Most people do the cinematic look at 29.97 and lower for that cinematic, sometimes 24 frames a second, something like that. But are you talking about more from an image quality? Because if you're using the cameras, you could make those changes in the camera itself to give you that look. Anthony, can I use the Cam Link as another video capture card? Yes, you can. Also, a bunch of y'all from the last time before I went on a cruise, did y'all get the capture cards that I sent y'all? Because I sent them off before I went on the cruise. How to find a Christian photographer? Look at Fiverr for something like that. But I mean, if you're talking about local, I don't know. I would honestly try to go to a local college in photography. They should have something. Dean. Oh yeah. On a side note, folks, my company number has changed. So I'm not going to give it out here, but be mindful. If you have my old company number, you're going to start seeing that fade out. And I have I'm using my voice over IP for business here. So be on the lookout. I was telling that about D. Going to do that. Patrice, I don't use OBS anymore. No, I actually use it. I was using it actually today, right now. That's what I was thinking about. But directly, no, we use OBS at my church. I personally don't use it here, mainly because I'm doing everything through the ATEM, and the only time I use vMix is because of the integration with the comments and stuff like that. But yes, I still do use OBS. Daniel wants to know, instead of using the X32 in the office, why not just the XR18? Mainly because I've been installing the X32s, and how I normally do stuff, I like to have stuff in hand so that I'm playing with it right here. Because I have more people using the X32s than the XR18s. So I wanted to have something on hand to play with so that I can test out and be more fluent with that stuff. Master the brand Productions, congrats. Well, thank you. All right, cool. Brian said he got the capture. Cool. Yeah, folks, it is a lot of stuff going on. Wait a minute, I'm missing something. I didn't see that comment here. Wait a minute, Reverend Richard. Any new on-site installs near us in Alabama, we would love to get you. I have a phone call I need to follow back up. It's not in Alabama, but I'm supposed to be catching up with Pastor Bell. He wants me to come to Alabama. I haven't heard back from him. I need to reach out to him. I have another trip out to Louisiana. That's a church I need to call here to handle that. We got a bunch of stuff. Just being realistic, I know I had the goal of hitting 100 installs this year. Unless we just go gangbusters and I'm bringing on a bunch of contractors, I don't know about that. I think we are at 30 so far. I know I haven't been keeping track of the installs, but we have Rose Chapel in Lynchburg. I got that contract, but that install is not going to be till next year. I have Shiloh Baptist Church. That's coming up. We have New Hope. That's in North Carolina. I'm doing that next week. I have First Gravel Hill Baptist Church down in Smithfield. I got to go do some renovations of their stuff down there and some training. What else? I have another one in Norfolk waiting to hear back from them. That's 5. So we're going to be maybe at 50 at the end of this year. But, we got a lot of stuff going on. Also, let y'all know, folks, end of September, I'm going to be at Vid Summit in Los Angeles. So that's the whole last week of September. Going to be there for that. And then typically, I've been doing this for the last 2 years, and I'm definitely going to do this again. Business-wise, I shut down in December. The second week in December, I shut down the entire my entire business, and that way I'm recalibrating, getting stuff lined up for next year. Plus, it's going into my daughter's birthday, the holidays, and everything like that. So we got September, October, November. We only got 3 months to knock out the rest of the stuff. So we got a lot of stuff to do that. Latrice wants to know, how do you create a wireless moving camera? Well, you can get something like a HoloLand. I'm actually thinking about getting one of these, but a Hollyland wireless HDMI because it has very good latency, and it keeps it in sync with audio. You put that on any camera, camcorder, any moving camera, and then there you go. That's pretty much all you need. Philip Paul. Hey, AJ, we got a new mixer in the church, a 20-channel Samsung. I don't get ready to say Samsung. Samsung mixer and connected to a powered mixer as an amplifier. But when we open the main mix fader on the mixer without any channels on, we can hear noise. And there's nothing on? I don't know. I don't know what that would be. I mean, unless this is a distortion or something like that, you could probably put like a hum eliminator in the middle of it. But I don't know without really messing with it. Daniel. Yeah, I got a couple of churches that are using those. They're happy with them as well, too. Dean sent me a message. I'm going to get to you here in a second, Dean, the message. I'm going to check here. By the way, I just updated NDI tools. It now has NDI router, which can route NDI signals. I also tried the NDI remote and was able to bring my friend from New York to vMix via NDI bridge. Awesome. It's so many toys that are out there that I need to get some time to actually play with that. Shane, do you hope to come to the UK? Yes, I still want to try and get out there in October, hopefully. I really, really want to. Let's see. Robert, yeah. Looking to do more color grading if that's possible during live streaming. Yeah, that's why I like doing the black magic stuff so I can play around with these. Because it's like, I mean, even like right now, because of my lighting, I got my gain and everything changed on this. So, I mean, let me turn it down. This is what the camera is actually set to. So I had to, and this is me doing this live through the ATEM software. So I'm boosting my gain right now. And I can't actually, yeah. So I need to play with my lighting. And I do have my blinds turned up. So the sunlight was coming in and bouncing. I was hoping I was going to have some better light with that, but we shall see. I guess I should turn that off. But yeah, man, I'm excited, folks. We got a lot of stuff. I mean, man, we've only been going for like 30 minutes. But yeah, we got a lot of things getting ready to go into work. Like I said, we're going to do a breakdown and install and testing of the new Mini Recorder HD. I'm going to be doing I think I already said it, a bunch of tutorials from the basics, mainly for training my folks. But then I want this to be a primer, a 2022 how to live stream stuff, because I'm still getting a lot of questions from people who don't really understand the concepts of what's needed to live stream, ranging from, and we talked about it, your upload speed, all this other stuff like that. Because again, just to go from Comcast, where my upload speed was 15 on a good day, to where it's 500, that drastically changes everything. Like, again, I don't know if y'all noticed. Let me know in the comments what resolutions are available to y'all that y'all are watching the stream from, because I'm topping out at 4K at 60 frames a second. I almost want to. I wish I could push it higher just to test it out, but. But we got a lot of stuff going on. I still need to integrate. I was going to use my HyperDeck shuttle for my intro, but again, I'm still trying to figure out the most consistent codec that I can render so that it will play. Because I put all my intro videos on here and it didn't work, so that's why I was playing them through Presenter. But it's really strange, really, really, really strange. Daniel, sure thing. Back to Dean. Up, and y'all can't even see it because I don't have it on. I think a 4K A10 Mini Pro in Extreme is next for Blackmagic. I would think so too. But I think somebody else mentioned it. Really, really wish they would integrate. That was another thing I wanted to play with, and I haven't done. But I wanted to integrate some of the alerts that go through Streamlabs and integrate them more into what I'm doing on here. So that way, if we got a new subscriber or something like that, it will pop up. And there's a lot of more interactions that I want to do, mainly from a standpoint of, well, I tell you, these are some of the videos that we're working on. And I really need everybody to wrap y'all's mind around this, because this is the change that I really feel that ministry is going from. So we got a bunch of ministers in here. Daniel, Reverend Richards, I'm going to pick on y'all because y'all are the ones that I know just off the top of my head. Our media ministries and what we're doing in ministry, we need to realize and we need to start creating bingeable content. Not hour-long services, but we need to have bingeable content. That's why it's so important that John was asking about it. These tools that YouTube is coming out with to leverage shorts to redirect people to different type of content. I understand God gave you a word that might be 30, 40, 50 to an hour long. Most people ain't going to sit for that. You'll probably get out of your audience maybe 5%. But the idea is we're losing the 95. We need to start chopping up and making bingeable content. Whether you're a sermon, you're chopping it up into PowerPoints to where they're like 60 seconds, 90 seconds, whatever. But we need to make more content. But more importantly, don't just think that you need to limit just to your live stream. Come up with new content. That's the reason why we're doing the Bible study. We're doing other stuff. The game show, we're still getting ready to do the Bible trivia, to where we're going to engage and do some more stuff. We got that coming on. We got more trainings. We got more other videos. Just like my channel, a lot of y'all have told me y'all binge my content because it's an educational standpoint. So yes, I can do stuff at a longer phase because of the nature of what I'm doing. But what can we learn from those big YouTubers, the Mr. Beast, the other stuff like that? What skills have they learned? Because they obviously are doing something. If they're getting millions of views the minute somebody drops a video, what can we learn from that? That's the reason why I'm going to Vid Summit, because I want to learn that and how we can take those skills and make them applicable for the body of Christ and media ministries. Because, hey, we got all these tools, we can leverage them, but are we studying all these other folks on what we can do and what can we integrate and twist and mix and do a different spin for our ministry? All right. I really want y'all to think about that, because that is the phase that at least I'm going in. We're also going to be doing a breakdown of doing more video announcements. I'm getting ready to sign up to do what's the class? It's a bunch of classes that you can do. Skillshare. I signed up for that. I took a couple of classes. I'm going to sign back up for that. Just continue with education. If you're a business owner, Anthony, you can sign up for this stuff. All that cooking, go ahead, man. Any of y'all business owners, you can do that. And then I'm going to learn from a storytelling standpoint of how to tell stories, how to actually make your announcements to where they're more engaging. Again, these are the skills that everybody is using on YouTube, and we need to not turn a blind eye to that so that we can integrate that stuff in our content. So I think I blabbed enough here. Let's see. Jerry, and turn that on. Yeah. PTZ controller requires 3 key entry to change positions. Is there a way this can be done with 1 key? Well, it all depends on the controller. The PTZ optics ones, if you're doing any movement that is in a position between 0 and 9, you just got to press the number key. Well, when you're on the right camera, you just press that 1 number and it will move. Some other controllers don't do that. I know the PTZ optics ones does that. So that can at least limit it to you pick the camera and you just press a motion. So hopefully that helps. And I was using the old serial joystick, which is the one I have in the other room for my PTZ, which I don't have set up. But we'll go over that stuff as well, too, when we get a chance. I just thank y'all for joining me, folks. I really appreciate it. Let me see where I left off at. So a lot of y'all are seeing 4K, 60, frames a second. Awesome. Dean is saying, I've been using the Adobe Media Converter H.264 for the Shuttle HD. See, that's what I rendered in DaVinci Resolve. That it has the exact same setting. I did it as an MOV file and as an MP4 file, and it won't play for some strange reason. Because it won't pick up. I'm trying to cycle through them right now, and it won't do it, but oh well. Wayne, AJ, the biggest issue with my church is adequate lighting for quality streaming video. Will you be getting into that area of consulting and YouTube videos? Yes, I plan to do that. Lighting is one of those things that I did not know, but it's in the nature I'm working towards it, just like I had to do with audio and everything. So yes, I will let you know when we can. MA16 was saying, I wish they'd let us use the gigabit Ethernet to record to a NAS. That would be awesome if they let you do that. Philip Paul wants to know, what is StreamYard? StreamYard is an application that does streaming for you, kind of like you send a video camera signal to it, webcam, ATEM over USB, whatever, and then it's a program that does all the stuff like that. I used to have that. I used to do Millen, a bunch of those that works with that. Aaron, everything is great. Everything is great. Steve, my church is thinking about going to files. Is 200 enough, or should we go 200 and 200 is more than enough. For upload speed, that's more than enough. Because even right now, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can turn this camera so y'all can see. All right, so you see that right there? You see the number at the bottom? You can't even, I'm not even pointing at it. Right there. Right now at 4K, my upload speed is using 43 megabits per second for streaming. That's the 43. That's what's being used right now. So if you're using 200, that is more than enough. More than enough for your stream. Because, I mean, even using the ATEM directly, you're not going over 10. So that'll be more than enough. You might want to bump it up only if you need to handle a lot of downloads. So for me, now, again, at Comcast, I had 1.2 gig download, but then like 25 upload, and that was $100 a month. I'm doing 500 down and up, and it's $69 a month. So I mean, like, why not? I mean, I could have bumped up, but I really don't need anything faster than that. I mean, it's just me and my daughter. So I mean, me downloading the PlayStation games, and mainly mine was upload since all of my business is here. So I think 200 and 200 is going to be great for you. Dean, another suggestion. The only thing Blackmagic needs to do is integrate a titler into the ATEM software control. I would agree. If they could add like a small fusion engine in there to handle that, that would be perfect. Daniel, I'm in total agreement with you. We need to create shorts outside of our normal worship and put them on multiple platforms. Absolutely. I've been playing around with Instagram Reels. Like, there's one reel that I haven't had a chance to finish it, but it was in relation to all of this. It was like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Man, thank you, God. And it was, I walked through, again, y'all don't know my story of like being kicked out, having to live with my sister on her floor. Some of my older videos, I was living on the on the den floor at my sister's house. And then God blessed me to move to a 1-bedroom apartment. Then we moved to a 2-bedroom apartment last year, so more space for my daughter. And now we're here. And that was what my reel was for. Because I'm still trying to leverage, because I mean, Instagram for my content is not good for that. I'm not big on the TikTok because most of my stuff is way longer than 60 seconds. Reels, that I'm using or shorts that I'm using for YouTube, I'm working to lead that into my long form content. So again, we got all these tools. We just can't sit back being complacent, being happy that we got an ATEM or rolling or whatever and we're live streaming. We have to keep evolving because of the stuff. That was the issue that I'm still dealing with other ministries that don't want to jump on the bandwagon. They're so far behind. Just because we're live streaming does not mean that we do not need to evolve and start leveling up our game of other stuff that makes it easier to interact with more people. It's not just about putting the camera in the back of the church. It's about what can we do to put this information in front of more people. If people don't want to sit in front of an hour-long content, cool. They don't have to. Make our content smaller to make them, feed them where they're needed. You know, that's the whole mindset. Reverend Richard, I agree with you with content. I've recently started shorts and they are a hit. Excellent, excellent. Shaquille Curry, House of Hope Atlanta is a great example. They're up like a television network. That's what we all have, folks. Your channel, your YouTube, your Facebook, it is a network. You can do more than just church services and Bible study. The idea is you want to have a network. I want to cast this vision. Hopefully somebody grabs this. Your network that you're using can be, you want it to be like you are your own television network. What time, just like we used to sit down and watch at the church, my family, we would sit down Sunday afternoon. Everybody would sit in the den and we would watch Star Trek: The Next Generation at 6 o'clock. That's what we would always do. The idea is to get that same type of bingeable content mindset that people want to watch your stuff at a given time. Like right now, this is a perfect example. Y'all know I live stream every Friday at 10:30 and y'all are here. Y'all can do the same thing with your ministry. Do you have a vision to do that? What's the content that you want to do that? You musicians that are out there, you can get there and say you have choir rehearsal, stay after choir rehearsal 30 minutes and just live stream the band playing and just gospel sounds or whatever. The imagination is your only limiting factor of what you're doing with that. Back to Daniel. And I really need to get another monitor that goes right here. Many pastors don't have the team to see where they are going and help them, especially for free, until it can be a paid position, have a bunch of concept ideas. Yeah, and I mean, it's really, again, I'm saying this from a standpoint of I understand, and I hope what y'all are seeing does not throw y'all off, because I tell y'all where I came from humble beginnings, because I was just faithful. And that's where we're at. And that's why I'm saying this. Hopefully I'm not hurting anybody's feelings when I say this, but when a lot of people say we're just a small church, that means nothing. It doesn't matter how small your church is, how big is your God. All of this stuff can happen. I didn't think I was going to be here. I didn't think with all the stuff that I had going on, I didn't think by me just saying yes and me doing what he said to do, I was going to be in this position. No way. So if he could do that for little old AJ, there's no reason why any ministry, I did the video, talked about it. Is the Stephen Furtick, a TD Jakes and all them, are they so much better than your ministry? No, it's not about that. It's your willingness. That's really what it is. Rob here. Our pastor wants to still do DVDs. How do you go from 1080p to what a DVD recorder can handle? Honestly, I shrink it down if you really need to do that. But this is the other thing. I've been trying to compel people to do that. Instead of spending the money on DVDs, buy a bunch of small 1 gig or smaller, at least half a gig thumb drives. Almost every TV at this point is a smart TV. Just put the video on a thumb drive and you can hook the thumb drive up to your TV and just play it. Or more importantly, buy some people some Rokus and donate it to that person, and then that will give them direct access. You have your channel on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. Get a Fire Stick or a Roku, whichever one is compatible. Set it up to where it goes to that channel, and then you don't ever have to make DVDs anymore. Or like I said, burn them onto, copy them onto a thumb drive, and then just give it to them. and then you can have it themed with your church logo and all this other stuff, and you just snap it into the side of the TV. Boom, there you go. That's my suggestion. Wants to know, has anybody experienced dropout with the X-Air mixer via USB? Make sure that your USB is hubs are not set to power saving mode to where the operating system can shut them down. That's what I'm thinking that is close to. Latrice Harris wants to know, what is the most cost-effective multi-streaming service? Restream. It's around like $14 a month. Philip Paul wants to know, AJ, what is the upload speed from the A10 Mini Pro? What do you mean the upload speed? You mean the bit rate that it's using? At high, I don't see it going higher than 10 megabits per second. MA16V3, we have a PTZ that uses a similar firmware to the Famaco PTZs, and we have no zoom speed control either from the web UI and the S316 IP controller. Does the Famaco controller have a zoom speed control that works? Yes, it does. It's a knob in the upper right-hand corner that does that. Callisto wants to know, when is the ATEM Extreme ISO going to be released? It already is released. Yeah, it's available now. I got mine from B&H Photo. I don't think it's on Amazon yet, though. Let's see. Let's cut over to here. Turn that off. And we're going to do the ATEM SDI. Yeah, they're available now. Now, let's see Amazon, though. Yeah, they're not on Amazon yet, but on B&H Photo, yes, they are. So they are shipping now because, I mean, I got mine a week after that. The Chuck Taylor is saying that TikTok is now allowing 10-minute videos. Cool. I did not knew that. I did not hear about anything about a 4K version. That's new. Norm is in agreement saying that the evil is good enough. Yeah, good enough is the problem. Otis, what's going on, sir? Howdy, y'all from Texas. Are you doing the conference? My pastor wants to send us the CTS conference. I was thinking of Taylor making a virtual conference with you. No, I hadn't heard of that one. I need to get more involved, and learn about this other stuff as well too. So yeah, no, I don't have anything except for I am thinking about going to, what's the one in New York that got canceled last year? I can't remember it. I'll remember it here in a second, but that's in New York. I think I might go to that one. I was supposed to go and I got canceled because of COVID, but, let's see. Karen, hey AJ, have you had an opportunity to explore incorporating VideoSOM and OBS? I tried to. I did not like VideoSOM. I need to put my head down a little bit more and work through the system. But I mean, in theory, it should work as well too. Hey, I've been preaching that all day long. I've had a whole lot of other ministries. I understand you got to work with what you got, but if you got some folks that are young, let them do it. I've been dealing with so many other churches that it's a position of authority. They've been in a position of authority for so long. And it's like, I'm not ageist. I'm not having a problem with people being a certain age. I'm about ready to be 44 in a couple of weeks. My thing is, are you holding on because you don't want to let go of your position of power, or are you holding on because there's nobody else there? Because when there's somebody else there and they're going to do it differently than you, let it go. Let them do it their own different flair. But if there's nobody there, hey, you do what you got to do. But if you got some young people, but they don't do it the way that you want to, give them creative license, because you never know. Creativity comes out of that, something that you may ever thought about. Give them an opportunity to do that. I think my uncle was saying that that it's a bunch of people that they're so dead set. They're trying to learn all this other stuff, which again, I applaud anybody that's trying to learn this stuff. But are you doing it because you have to, because there's nobody else there? Or are you doing it because you want to still hold on to your position of power and influence? There's a big difference. I remember teaching choir. I never wanted to be 80 years old still playing. I wanted to find somebody I can pour into, that I can find and train my replacement so that I can gracefully bow out, so that somebody else can take up the reins. That's why I encourage Josh and all this other stuff. I'm not knocking anybody who's doing what I'm doing. Hey, y'all can go to their channel, go to my channel. I don't believe in competition. I believe in complimenting. So again, that's my mindset. But Dean, give me 1 second. I see your message. Hold on. Let me open up my email. And let me see. I think my out of office was still on, because technically I was still on vacation until the end of the day. I don't. Okay. Yeah, Dean, I did get it. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dean has given me a free DaVinci Resolve Studio code, and we'll probably be doing a giveaway for that. But so thank you, Dean, for that. And this is a lifetime code, folks. It's for 17. I bought mine. I actually got mine with my camera with 17, but it will go to 18 as well. So we'll be doing that as a giveaway. So thank you again, Dean, for that. Uh-oh. Now you know, just responded to me. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing it. That's that Starlink. So we should be hopefully maybe next week on that. So awesome. Anyway, let me see where it left off. Y'all messing with me. I'm passionate about this. I didn't just leave music just to tiptoe in this thing. I'm trying to learn it. And the thing about it is, I'm with y'all. I know a lot of y'all are saying, man, AJ, is so much stuff to learn. Dude, I'm on the other side, and I don't know everything because stuff is changing so fast. NDI used to be this way. Now you're talking about the NDI tools has been updated with a bridge routing and all this. I've never used that. It's always about that. It's not about knowing everything. It's about always being the student and being willing to learn more. Don't be complacent. Just don't stand still. Just like Steve was saying, nah, it's not just good enough. If there's an opportunity to get better, get better. That's what it's about. Norm is saying, good Lord, we're doing live streaming for about 2,150. Good Lord. Hopefully that ain't it. I please hope that was a typo. Jerry says, do you have a video on masking PTZ movement? No, not really. Mainly the way I do it, I have just another camera that I jump to, like I call a trash shot. I used to do this. I don't even have this at my home church. I normally would have a wide angle camera that's like a small one that's mounted that always gives me a wide shot, and I cut to that camera while I'm moving. I wish I ran extra cables for that, but I didn't at the church. And then it's going to be real difficult to do that now because I needed the lift to get up in the ceiling. And that's not going to happen no time soon because we got all them chairs. J-Style 3, hello. Mitch Roy, you know what? I hate turning this way. Let me open up OBS. I can at least use that as a screen so I can see here. I'll do that. That makes it easier. But it doesn't look like I'm looking at it. It looks like I'm looking at the monitor here. I try to create a lower third in Canva with a green background and try to use the downstream key, but it's not removing the green background. Change the background to black, because if you're trying to use the DSK with a green background, you need to use a chroma key to remove that background, but change it to black. Hey, that's what I try to do, man. I try to do. J Star wants to know, following, wait a minute, I missed, sorry, I hit a button. Right. What intercom do you use for communicating with your other camera operators? Well, everybody's sitting right beside us. So I have a Hollyland right now, but we're sitting right beside each other, and all the cameras are like, we're literally shoulder to shoulder for the most part. So I don't really need them that much. That was it. Thank you, Dean. NAB. That's what I'm thinking about, going to New York. And you said you're going, so you never know. We might catch up there. Roland is saying back to the ATEM, he doesn't think that a 4K ATEM will come out. I mean, I think it will. It might not be anytime soon. Maybe December of next year, possibly. But again, I'm streaming at 4K. The issue with that is no one is going to notice it. The majority isn't, because you need to have a download capable of handling it. And a couple of y'all said they were seeing it. But are you watching this stream in 4K? And then more importantly, it's not at the point where everybody has it that's able to stream that stuff. So, Steve, I think it's in October. I think that's what it is. Reverend Richard, as a body of Christ, we need to use media to share Christ. Until we see that as the reason, we will see it as evil, useless, not important. That's why I'm thankful for you. You help us better share Christ. Hey, I appreciate it. And that is exactly the truth. Most of the ministries who are not interested is they don't see this as a tool. They see it as a distraction. Again, just like some people like, what? A fishing rod? No, we use nets to catch fishes. They don't realize that it's a unique tool to catch something in a different way. A fishing rod will do, yeah, you can have a net that can capture a lot of stuff, or you can have a fishing rod that's more accurate instead of just being broad. That's the whole thing with tools, but most people don't see it that way. Do you still get contracts to live stream events? If so, do you have a portable live streaming rack? What's your setup? Yes, I still do. My setup now, I've shrunk to where now it's mainly an ATEM Mini Extreme and a bunch of cameras, mostly camcorders. And then I have my, which reminds me, I don't know what bag it's in. I have a bunch of wireless, Rode wireless, Hollyland Lark mics that I have. I don't know if you can see it right there. That's a boom arm for a mic that I can put there if I'm doing graduations and stuff like that. Weddings, things like that. Most of the time a wedding, I will put it on the official, or I'd have a shotgun or something like that. The Chuck Taylor. My grandpa used to say, son, the day you stop learning is the day you need to dig a 6-foot hole and jump in. Absolutely. Streets of Destiny wants to know, do you receive compensation for the ads playing during? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Back to Dean. Good example. I was doing a conference and one of the attendees wanted to use his iPad with a whiteboard to illustrate what he was saying. So what I did was I had him download NDI Capture for $9.99, and I used the NDI monitor on my iPad, which was connected to the Extreme. That sounds like something I did at Good Shepherd, but that was the wired way. I had it connected. Awesome. Then used a USB-C to HDMI dongle and NDI monitor, show his iPad. Excellent. Excellent use of that. Yeah, so a bunch of y'all are saying, yeah, watching that. That's really cool. Again, it's all about the creativity, folks. I mean, like to have that whiteboard, I've seen that done the same way to where in the same way Dean is talking about it, you can send that and cast that to the TV. That's why you might have seen some folks, or they get the TV that has a little frame that you can put around it so you can actually draw on it. It's like they have it in schools. You can do that. So you can have a whiteboard, a digital whiteboard that way. or you can cast your iPad that's being drawn on to the TV, your iPad, your tablet, whatever, like that. And that works as well too. All right, so a bunch of y'all are seeing the streams and stuff like that. Like I said, I've been recording stuff, and now that I have more of a stable connection, so all of my streams are going to be consistently at 4K 60 unless something else changed. But I know I still got a bunch of IKEA furniture I need to put together. I got my daughter's chair upstairs, and I mainly need to get some other stuff ready for the community day that I have tomorrow. But yeah, folks, be on the lookout. We got a lot of new videos that we're going to be doing. Again, we're going back to the basics. We want to do some essential stuff for your training for a ministry. And there's a bunch of stuff that I want to go through that I have in my head that I really need to write down and start recording. Once I get everything set up, we'll be able to do that. And I need to find my hard drive so I can actually record these videos. But the main thing is we got to go back to the basics, so that we do that stuff as well as the advanced stuff. Because again, I want y'all to be comfortable with the concept of realizing you're just not live streaming. All of your ministries have your own broadcasting network. It can produce anything that your imagination and your ministry's vision can do. You know, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my ideas. I really don't care, because I think the more we put the ideas out there, hopefully it'll make your imagination run, because you do realize God communicates you through your imagination. Maybe I'm going too far for that. That's why when you pray and stuff like that, if you ever have a thought that comes out your mind that says, man, that came out of the clear blue sky. It didn't come out the clear blue sky. That was an answer to a question that you may have forgot that you asked God about. So when you have a thought that comes across your head and your imagination, make sure you have a pad and you write that stuff down. But anyway, here's some of my ideas. Playing off the stuff, I'm looking at working with a bunch of other ministries to where we're going to have an old-fashioned church-based Iron Chef, to where we're going to, some of those folks, we haven't been able to cook in a long time. So I want to have a video go to that ministry and another one and just make a video together of like, hey, look, I need y'all to prepare this type of meal. And these are the limiting tools that you got to make something with. Again, entertainment. Hey, what does that have to do with church? Doesn't. It shows that we can have fun. Another idea that, and I'm going to meet Mr. Beast and talk with him at Vid Summit, because he's going to be there. But some of his ideas, like what I wanted to do for our kids ministry is at the end of church, we were going to have a countdown that just starts at the beginning of church on the screen. And it was going to be an extreme hide and seek. Anywhere on the grounds of the church, you got 2 minutes to hide. And every time somebody gets found, they become a part of the team to go find everybody else. And then the last person that gets caught is going to win a $50 to $100 Amazon gift card. Why not have fun? Do stuff in the community. You know, you have that. We already got the Bible trivia we're going to be doing. We're going to integrate that with the people online, as well as the people in house, where I'm setting up with my pastor that same studio. They're going to be doing a marriage talk live stream. We're going to be transitioning over to doing everything from a podcast, video podcast, and audio podcast standpoint. We got a lot of stuff that we're doing, folks, and I hope that gives y'all some ideas. We talked about the music one, that you just want to have your musicians play. We want to do highlights of our ministries, different people, doing other stuff with your video announcements. We're going to be doing a newsroom, all of this other stuff. You're limited by your imagination, folks. So, you know, try some new stuff, folks. Let me see. The live here. AJ, my church is thinking of starting a live streaming, and we're thinking of using the Canon camcorders, but lots of them are no longer being made. Do you know of any alternatives at a reasonable price? Look for the Sony Handycams. You can still get some of them for $350 and lower. You can look into that. Let's see. Mike says he feels that high dynamic range is more important than 4K. Daniel, come on here, Dr. Holmes, and teach the people. Hey, man, we try what we can. Mousy, great idea. That's awesome. I'm working on a scavenger hunt to do with my church. That'll be sick. Now, another thing, we did that before too. Do an online scavenger hunt to where somebody has to find it in their house. That's cool too. Creative for Fun is, I'm thinking about doing a Bible study podcast. Awesome. Aaron saying, AJ, I started using Subsplash, one platform. We got live stream and an app and a website, and I'm going to be working on a TV network. Okay, cool. New beginnings here. We use the A10 Mini, and I don't know if you're... Brian, is there a roundtable this Sunday? Yes, sir, it is. All right, folks, and again, if you don't have a chance, please go ahead and hit the like button down below. I would really appreciate it, folks. Again, I don't have the setup like I did. I got some new Patreon supporters, some new YouTube members. Thank y'all so much for supporting this channel, more importantly, this ministry, and the calling of what I am doing to try and help empower any ministry that has an ear to hear and wants to reach more people. So again, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate that. I've missed y'all. We're back. We got thanking God, giving God all the praise, honor, and glory for everything that you're seeing here, and thanking God for y'all because I couldn't subscribe to myself this amount of time. I'm hoping that what I do helps empower y'all, encourages you, give you at least a place that you know that there's somebody else that's not just trying to say, hey, go buy this $5,000. No, we're here to make sure no matter what your budget is, that we can put out something to share the message that's coming from your ministry to reach the masses. That's what it's all about. It doesn't matter if your ministry is 2 people or your ministry is 50,000 to 1 million. We all have the same calling, and it's about us working together. So I hope the little bit that I do helps give you some knowledge to help make your journey a little bit easier, makes your media a little bit better, makes your video editing a lot easier, and your understanding get a lot more clarity in what we do. So thank y'all so much. Y'all have a great day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. And I just realized I don't have an outro for any of this stuff. What am I going to do? Let's see. Do I have a... Let's see. I need to... See, I'm stalling because I don't have any way to play an outro. Actually, I do. I need to load up one real quick. But while we're doing that, make sure if you are not a part of the, what's the word I'm looking for? If you're not a part of the Facebook group, please join that because that's how we're going to be doing our roundtable. We haven't had one in quite a minute, so we're going to be there. All the information is on there. And where is my outro? Is it that one? I can't remember which one has music or not. Is it that one? Yep, that is it. Yay, so I got my outro. All right, so what screen am I on? All right, let me turn that off. And yeah, I think that's it, folks. So again, sorry for the stall, and hopefully my computer won't be back up and running by next week, but we'll do what we can. So again, if y'all are there, please join the Facebook group. All you got to do is go to Facebook, look up Modern Media Ministry Made Easy, answer the 3 questions, and don't you dare live stream inside the group. And that's about it. All the information for the roundtable is going to be there. Be on the lookout for some more videos because we back in the house. We're going to be in North Carolina next week, Monday through Thursday morning. Then I got orientation with my daughter at school because she's going to 3rd grade. Yay. But anyway, y'all have a great one, folks. We'll talk to y'all later.